What's up, world? You are welcome to Nesteli. Today, I am here to convince you to read this book, The SMART INVESTORS Guidebook by Bamidele. This book is the truth, I'm telling you. So, if this is your first time, welcome to Nesteli, and if this isn't, welcome back. It is good to see you. It is good to have you around. Hope you're sitting down and trying to read and find solutions through books. I know that right now life can be turning on its own, but I also know that there are solutions that you can find that can help you. So, today, the Investor's Guidebook. Before I start, I wanted to say something about this whole Prince Harry and Meghan thing. I learned one lesson from there. Harry's ability to move his family away from the UK was greatly possible because of money that his parents had left for him, his mother to be exact, the late Princess Diana of blessed memory. So she had left some money for her son, and that is the one lesson that stuck to my head throughout that interview, because I just kept thinking, this man was able to do something that he considered very important at a certain time just because his mother had left some money for him. That is something I just thought to myself, oh my God, I have to leave something for my children, because their ability to take BS in this life could really, that can change everything. So anyway, back to the conversation. Investing. This man, I don't know him personally. I did a bit of research about him, but honestly, this book is very, very thorough. He starts by talking about, he covered as many branches as he could concerning investing, especially within Nigeria. And he started first of all by talking about our mind. First of all, before you start this book, what you need is a book. Let me show you my book, the book I used. Book and a pen. My pen is not here. Because you'll be writing it. The man took us to school. You'll be just writing. Chim, 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 chim. The things that you would learn will be so much. Honestly, I learned so much reading this book. It wasn't funny. But honestly, this book, he started first of all by talking about the importance of the major issue, the major reason why people don't look at investment as a very important thing to do. A lot of people just think more of like, make money now, spend money now, and we'll be fine, that kind of thing. And the part that religion plays in it as Nigerians, where people that believe like, we'll be fine, I can never be broke in Jesus' name. So like all those things kind of affect the way we treat money, because we believe when we spend money, another one will shall come, which is, it could be true, but you need to invest to let it grow. You have your working years going on now. The importance of doing putting investments down to take care of yourself in the non-working years is very, very important. So he talked about what he called the limiting beliefs. A lot of the beliefs that you have to sit down. I think that's what the major assignment is actually. You have to sit down and think to yourself. There are a lot of things that people believe without even knowing that we know that we are believing. I don't know if that has happened to you before. Some of us don't believe that you should be very wealthy. Some people believe that at a certain age I shouldn't be any. This money is too much for me. He actually told a very sad story about a man who worked as a civil servant and got a job to work with an oil company, earning almost a 7-figure salary, and he didn't take it because he believed he couldn't disobey his dad. His dad told him that this job can just come and go anytime. Meanwhile, the civil service job will be there. So he ends up staying with a 4-figure salary job till date, instead of moving to somewhere. Do you understand? So and the thing is that no matter how much he tried to convince this person that he was making a big mistake, he couldn't just see it. His limiting belief is that he must obey his father. I'm not saying go out and disobey your parents, so I did not send you. But what I'm just saying is that a lot of things that you do without even knowing you're doing it, they are limiting beliefs. So he talked a lot about the things that limit you. And there was a quote that I took out. I've held that one onto like my heart, like this. I've written somewhere so I can always look at it. Say a limiting belief is a belief that makes you think that where you are in your comfort zone is okay. So anything that stops you from trying to move away from the comfort zone you're in now, especially when you're not exactly satisfied with it. Do you understand? You live in a house, you deserve a better place to stay. You might need to work harder to do that, but then there's something about you're like, this is how it's always done. This is how they do it. It's not done like this. I don't know if you understand. So you sit down and come up with these theories, and the next thing you know, you're not changing anything. You're not changing. Do you understand? That is a limiting belief. So it was like the importance of investment. He talks about the different age groups, the percentage of your salary that you might need to be investing in. I must say, I felt a bit like he was talking a lot to those that have 9 to 5. I'm not a 9 to 5er. I'm a 6 to 6er. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm always working. But a lot of times he talked about like, having a salary and then making sure that a certain percentage goes into investments. So he was like, at the age of, in your 20s, if you start in your 20s, there's a certain amount that makes sense. If you start in your 30s, there's a certain amount that makes sense. If you start in your your 40s, there's a certain amount that makes sense. And of course, as you get older, the more money you might need to be putting aside because you need to put more into investments. Then he went down talking about the different forms of investment. He really touched on housing. Honestly, my own limiting belief, I think, has been buying houses in Lagos, but I think I have to change that. Thinking of getting like acquiring real estate. But the thing is that if you look at the very rich people, home and abroad, they know they carry real estate play. Real estate is so important to them. They are always looking, they're always buying. A lot of times when you hear somebody has money, oh, they have a lot of money, they come from this rich family, they own this place, that's it. Think about it. Any family that you know has, they'll tell you, oh, if you go to this side of the world, you will see everything there belongs to them. That's how you know rich people, because they don't play. Real estate is where the money is. Nobody can carry it and go anywhere. Nobody. Do you understand? So he talked about the importance of investing in real estate, which I really loved. He also wrote strategies on creating wealth. Do you understand? You have to read this book to understand that part, because it was really cool. But he talked about things like real estate. I'm sorry, let me. Real estate, stocks, investing in bonds, mutual funds, and then even gold, precious jewels, those kind of things. There were a lot of things about gold that I didn't know about. Like, I've always known that a lot of people say, oh, I'm buying gold is an investment. I don't know why I don't really buy that, because I feel like, okay, yeah, so you buy gold. What if nobody agrees to buy it? What if suddenly the world is flooded with gold? But he actually talked about how you can actually buy gold coins. You can, the gold bars that you see in movies sometimes. I've seen it a lot of times in movies. You can actually invest in those, buy those and keep it. The value never really drops. It just keeps going high. So if you buy a gold bar for like, let's say $2,000, I don't know how much it is, but if you buy a gold bar now for like $2,000, it's possible that in the next 3 years, it could be $2,500 or it could be $3,000. You have to be aware when it comes to investments. You have to be aware that you're thinking about you're thinking further into the future. Remember, I talked about investing something for your children. Okay, back to the Harry and Meghan story. Princess Diana died, I think, about almost 20 years ago now. Over 20 years ago, actually. Do you understand? Yeah, I think it's about 20 years ago that she died, and she's able to help her son last year or 2 years ago. Do you understand? So that's how investment works. It's not just do something now, then 3 years from now you're like, this thing's not working, blah blah blah. You have to think about much further. And while a lot of people feel like it's only like, I think when it comes to real estate, I was talking to someone on Twitter, and the person said that it's only children that actually get to enjoy your real estate. I was like, no, you actually get to enjoy it. Your children will enjoy it more because you didn't pay for it. But she did now say that no, you will not enjoy it because you don't want your children to enjoy it. I like, first of all, how much hate do you have for your kids? Number one. Then two, why won't you want to invest in that kind of thing for yourself? Think about building legacy. I feel like the major thing people are more focused on here in Nigeria is having children. Oh, my son that will carry the family name. My dear, forget family name for now. Do this thing, arrange this thing, arrange real estate for your family, arrange investments for them. So like the likes of stocks, he explained all of that, the best way to go about getting one, looking for certified people that deal with whatever it is you want. He even touched a bit on cryptocurrency. Him, like me, I don't understand cryptocurrency. In my mind, I'm this close to taking a class because I don't understand what it is about. But him, like me, he doesn't. But he talked about the oldish forms of investments, at least the tried and true ones that have worked at least for the past 100 years that are still working till date. So he also talked a bit about things like one of the things that you should check out when you want to invest. That I found the most useful, because the major concern, especially here in Nigeria, is trust. A lot of people are scared of being swindled. A lot of people are scared of buying something, thinking that they are safe. Then years down the line, they realize that it was a fraud. Nothing happened. So even if you want to buy a land, what should you look for? If you want to get invested, if you're going to invest in, let's say, mutual funds, and there's a mutual funds company you can invest with, find out if those people are insured. If something happens to the company now and they fall apart this minute, can you get your money back? Because that's very important. You have to get your money back. So find out their insurance, look at their policies and all that. Then if you're buying stocks and the company is popular, the company is a company that has been paying their dividend consistently for the past, let's say, 10 years, then you should invest with them. Don't invest with one that just came out now, or don't invest with one that is kind of big and loud, but because they have a very good successful company. Successful is in quote now because maybe they are loud enough, they do good PR, so they give the impression that they are really balling, which they may or may not, but they may not be paying their dividend. That doesn't mean you should go and buy them. I don't know if you understand. So just because you like this drink and you think that the drink is doing so well, that doesn't mean that you should go and buy shares from their company. It's also very important to understand that when you're buying stocks, buy low, do you understand? Invest low and then reap your dividend as you go. Let me say, one of the major lessons I think you would learn very well is the difference between a trader and an investor. This has to do with stocks. There are different ways. There are two different angles. There's the trader and there's the investor. Do you understand? The investor is somebody who would invest money. I'm giving you money to help you run your company, and you will be giving me part of the profits every year for the next 20 to 50 years or 100 years, depending on how long the world lasts. You get. That's an investor. A trader is someone who would buy now, watching the market very well, knowing fully well that there's a possibility that in the next 1 or 2 weeks this thing is going to go high. Do you understand? So I buy something for $2 right now, and if I buy 100 of that, 100 times 2 is what? 200. If I buy 100 of this, there's a possibility that by next week or by the end of the month, it will be $10 for one. So $10 times 10 is 1,000. So I paid 200 to start, and at the end of the month I made 1,000. So that is a trader. Now that is a lot more work. You have to sit down, you have to keep monitoring. So it comes with a bit of fortune telling. Some people say it's kind of like a guessing game, but just understand that there's a difference between all of that. But honestly, this man did an amazing job. He has a YouTube channel. If you don't want to read the book just yet, if you need more convincing, find him on YouTube. He's available on Instagram, he's available on LinkedIn. I follow him on both. But honestly, he did a beautiful job with this book, and I really think you should try and read it. I hope I've convinced you and not convinced you to read this book. Hope you're enjoying your March so far and that it's going well. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, like this video if you like it, hit the thumbs up if you like it, okay? And then subscribe, because more books are going to be coming 2 to 3 times every week. And then please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about investing. Are you already investing, or are you worried about investing? What do you think about investing in Nigeria? Some people say don't do it, it's such a mess. Let me know what you think, or investing in Africa in general. If you're someone that has invested in gold, I think I want to hear from you, and I'd like to be friends with you. So please leave a comment below, or send me a DM. Let me know what that's about, because I'm interested in that. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Bye bye now.